So I'm hearing more stories about the power going out in northeast Portland. And the power out's probably here too. But it's out at the McDonald's, it's out at the Burger King, and the lights are out. Now these things do happen periodically, but there was a friend, he's always sent me emails about local news and things like that. There's a lot of laughter and festivity with the power out. Work has stopped for a few minutes, as you can see here. So the thing is, when the lights go out, everybody's got to figure out for themselves when to turn, when not to turn, things of that nature. And some people can figure it out pretty easily. A lot of people just don't know. A lot of people just don't know, you know, how to be a courteous driver without having a light system. It just requires a little more awareness, a little politeness, a little common sense, things like that. But yeah, we've got, I need to get on Facebook and send someone a message. I'm supposed to meet someone about having my car looked at. And right now I can't do that. Cell phone store is out. That means nobody can buy or sell. Nobody can buy or sell. So unless you've got cash, there ain't no machines that can run anything. So that means, you know, if this was a busy lunch hour, nobody could eat food. Because in this day and age, most everything is done by the computer. In some cases, even handling cash. So I don't know how long. The lights are out there too. Now this is a really busy intersection over here by MLK and McDonald's. I'm gonna walk over here for a minute. Of course the power always comes on, but most people aren't prepared for when a massive solar flare comes and when the power isn't going to come back on because the transformers will be fried. So, you know, it's kind of festive, it's kind of a, you know, laughable, it's kind of, it's a relief too when you're working to have the power go out, to have that break, kind of like when there's a snowstorm. But the question is, what is causing the increase in this? As I said, I've heard and seen more and more cases of the power going out in certain grids or parts of Portland, and it seems to be happening more often. The question is, what is the actual cause of what I'm noticing as an increase in power outages? And in the email someone sent me, he was talking about the grid being out in another part of Portland and a lot of lights out in the homes, no candles. Not a lot of evidence of illumination in the homes. Which means a lot of people that have the money to get basic things like flashlights and candles, a lot of them, they're just not even thinking about it. A lot of people are not even thinking about, are they prepared for the solar flare? Are you guys prepared for when a solar flare hits the earth? What about when the power doesn't come back on, when the massive solar flares kick in? Are we all prepared for this? What happens when the power doesn't come back? Do you have candles? Do you have flashlights? Do you have spare food? Do you have water? This lady just glared at me. Now, are you guys prepared for when the power doesn't come back on? What if there's a massive solar flare? Do you have candles? Do you have water? Do you have food? What if the power doesn't come back on? Do you have the basics that you need in your car? Do you have a heater? Do you have an extra blanket? Have you thought ahead? What if the power never comes back? Have you thought ahead? What if the power never comes back? Have you prepared? And I'll just repeat this a few times as there's different cars coming through. I wonder how many Americans aren't prepared for a massive solar flare. What if the power doesn't come back? Do you have flashlights? Do you have illumination? Do you have a blanket? Do you have food for 72 hours? What if this was a solar flare scenario or an EMP? See, the power is going to come back in a few minutes, but what if it never does? Now what if this was a solar flare and the power never came back and your cell phones never worked? Are you prepared? Do you have the basic necessities if the power never comes back? Water, food, blankets, flashlights, candles. What if the power never came back because it was a natural disaster and transformers were fried? This power will come back, but in the years ahead it may not. And could you imagine in Portland if the power never came back? Wow. All right, I've said enough. I have said enough. And most people don't want to hear it. Most people are just going to go about their lives. Most people are just going to glare if they hear someone, you know, spreading a message. And of course, a lot of people probably aren't aware of what's going on. And they see some guy talking on a street corner going, what the fuck? But you know, these lights have been off a while. I mean, like, I'm waiting for them to come back, but I mean, I'm sure it'll be back, no doubt in my mind, in the next half hour. Outages like this usually don't last when it's a glitch or it's a mistake, but the question is, what is causing the increase in power outages in the Portland area? Is it some sort of faulty aspect of the grid that has nothing to do with solar flares, and it's just an old grid that, you know, is having technical difficulties? I don't know. But with that, I'm going to close.